This band made me feel a lot of things that I can't talk about here on YouTube. Week 2 of Kenny Ghost Times, spooky season is here, baby. And today we're gonna talk about Typo Negative. If you've never heard of them or listened to them before, and you like things that are spooky and sexy, Typo Negative is your band. 1991, Typo Negative makes their way onto the scene with their first album, Slow, Deep, and Hard. Album 1, Song 1, Unsuccessfully Coping with the Natural Beauty of Infidelity. That's the title of their first song. I don't like the title of the song as I'm a very loyal woman. However, hello? I didn't know they started off as like hardcore, but like it kind of makes sense. This song and Black Number 1 side by side, there's like a missing connection for me. After a fast, upbeat intro, it slides deep into that sexy, Typo Negative sound that we love and adore. This is gonna be a really interesting week for me. I think a whole week of listening to Typo Negative. I'm curious how it will affect me mentally, emotionally, and physically. Did I mention that first song is almost 13 minutes long? There's a breakdown about 4 minutes in where a woman is seemingly having an orgasm, but I'm here for it. It's relatable, it's inspiring, it's real. The ending of this song goes hard. If I didn't already love Peter Steele, this song would have been really difficult to sit through. I think it was good though. It fades into Der Untermensch. Alexa, what the fuck does that mean? I actually googled it. It means subhuman. I like that. I enjoy a good cold cut myself. This song starts off with a really odd beat, a lot of feedback. It feels like I'm at like an oil rig at night and I'm running from something really disturbing. Zero Tolerance starts with what sounds like a chainsaw, Happy Halloween, but his deep laugh at the beginning, plus the drums, made me feel funny. It made me feel funny. This song goes hard. It feels weird saying a song goes hard when the album cover is literally yeah. Prelude to Agony starts with heavy breathing. I don't know if I can get through this. Like, I don't know if I can get through this video. And while listening to this, I was like, there's no way I'm making it out alive and dry. I did like that song a lot. I think his voice sounds amazing. Their sound in general is so unique and dark. I think he's having a good time at the end of this song. Very cool. Ghost Could Never. Glass Walls of Limbo Dance Mix is up next. It starts with the sound of dragging chains. It's dance mix, but the whole song is the sound of dragging chains on the floor. It was at this moment that I think I really fell in love with Typo Negative. Like, what? I don't even have words. What a cool, like, fuck you thing to do. Next is the misinterpretation of silence and its disastrous consequences. This whole song is just silence. There's no music, there's no beat. I love that, like, so much. How can you be this cool as a band? I could never. Gravitational Constant goes hard as well. Their first album was interesting. One of my favorite words to describe something. It was creative. It was so fuck off. I love everything about it. Not necessarily every song, like song to song individually, but as a whole creation, to have a dance mix that is literally chains and have a song that is completely silent. It's just, in a way, like beautiful and so cool, and just, you don't get this anymore. You don't get this no more. This album gets an A+ for creativity and personality. Origin of the Feces, 1992. This album starts off with a rowdy crowd at a bar shouting, "You suck, you suck, you suck," with like some bottle smashes. Could you be any more iconic? Especially in that time. This opening song, I Know You're Fucking Someone Else. In this moment, listening to this for the first time, I'm actually dying. I'm dead inside. Peter is just an icon lyrically, assuming he wrote this. He goes, "Who's the real asshole here?" I'm like, what? He's literally having a conversation with the crowd, and that's how the album starts. The intro of this song kind of drags on. When the music comes in fully, it's fast and heavy, and then it slows down, just like so doomy and dreadful, which is like my favorite thing ever. Are You Afraid was okay. Again, it just kind of takes a while to get to the point sometimes. That's an ongoing theme literally through all of their albums, so it's just something that you kind of come to expect. Gravity starts off with a bang. We have anger, energy, sass, like a perfect storm, everything I look for. His voice sounds amazing on this one. From beginning to end, this song is amazing. Pain goes hard as fuck. I'm gonna cuss a lot. Like, this video is not for kids for multiple reasons. Pain is the best. Like a perfect typo negative song. Kill You Tonight, 10 out of 10. I loved this song as well. I can't tell you how refreshing it is to go from Ghost to typo negative. It's like day and night. We've got Hey Pete next. At this point, the crowd is actually cheering, which is kind of cute. This one is slower, heavier, beautiful, dirty, just like such a vibe. Perfect cold weather band, by the way. Kill You Tonight reprise starts off with Peter's sexy voice and an organ. Can it possibly get any better than this? Like, actually blushing. Like, I'm not listening to the songs as I'm recording this, but I'm thinking about them, and that alone is like making me blush, bro. I'm uncomfortable. It's also hard to believe that all of these songs were even before Black Number One. I just assumed that was on their first album. I didn't mind the reprise. The album ends with Paranoid. Perfect Halloween song, perfect song in general. I am moist. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. And also, like, hello. Literally the Iron Man riff is in this song. I caught on to that immediately. Just a bunch of cool guys doing cool stuff. I can't explain fully how Paranoid made me feel as to not get demonetized and probably canceled. I liked this album number 2, more than I can describe. Like, this band was made for me. Some of the intros did drag a little bit, but there were so many other moments and songs that saved the album and made it incredible. I need to go take a shower. Bloody Kisses is up next. 1993. Album art on this one is 8 million out of 10. The album starts off with the song that makes me the most uncomfortable, Machine Screw, which is literally just a woman climaxing, and that's the song. And I can only assume it's the one on top. It's that lady on top. She's having a good time. But like, also, how can you get any harder than that? Literally. But like, listening to this at work, like in the middle of my workday, was extremely uncomfortable and so awkward. It goes right into a song called Christian Woman, believe it or not. What a back-to-back. This song is a banger. It sounds like so crisp and clear. His voice sounds incredible. The music sounds incredible. Very, very dark and, dare I say it, sexy. I don't think I've said that word to describe any other band. Like, Creed is not sexy. Metallica? Black Number One is next. The best of the best, bro. It's like still my go-to spooky season cold weather song every year. Quite possibly their best song, but we'll have to see. The next one is Faye Ray Come Out and Play, I think. The intro sounds like, how do I word this in a very careful way? The intro sounds like someone is being tortured in some type of way that married people might do. There's also like a monster. I have a lot of questions, but I can't be bothered to Google it as I was on my work computer at the time and I just don't want to know. That was the whole song, by the way, was torture. Kill All the White People is next. And after that, Summer Breeze. Groovy, heavy, amazing. I'm very happy Summer Breeze exists. A classic typo negative song. And then we have Set Me on Fire, which starts off with a sick little organ. It doesn't sound like Pete is singing here. It's just like way too positive sounding. It's giving like My Green Tambourine vibes from like the 70s or whenever that song came out. I don't know about Set Me on Fire. Was not my favorite. Dark Side of the Womb is very interesting. We have a baby crying to a beat. My Spotify Wrapped is fucked. But like, at the same time, like I already mentioned, a baby crying to a beat, a woman having a good solo session. These are songs on their album. You literally almost can't get any more fuck you than typo negative. They do not care. And I love that. We Hate Everyone sucks, but the message behind it rocks. And it's pretty much exactly like what I was just talking about. The song Bloody Kisses, A Death in the Family was okay. One of those songs that I would appreciate more if I was like lonely, cold, and sad. Not bad, but not the vibe on a hot September day in California. We are not even gonna talk about 3IOF or whatever that is. Too Late, Frozen is extremely strange. I don't even know how to put it into words at this point. And then Blood and Fire was another one of those songs that didn't really sound like Pete, kind of felt more like a filler song. And the album ends with Can't Lose You. When it started off, I was intrigued. Turns out, weird song, weird overall. We've got chanting and a lot of other weird things. Bloody Kisses was very creative. Literally, at this point, their most fuck you album yet. We love a band who just doesn't give a crap. They don't care to fit in or like stick to any limits or like stay inside of a box. Like to me, Bloody Kisses might not be everyone's cup of tea. I don't know, I haven't looked it up. But for me, it's literally art, actual art. Even the woman and the baby, like it's a creative project and it's so different and so out of the box. If anyone tried to do this now, I feel like they would just get rejected by society, but maybe that's the point and that's why they did this. Amazing album, amazing creation. We got Black #1 on this one and that song changed my life. Their fourth album, October Rust, dropped in 1996. This album starts off with feedback, just feedback, in the song Bad Ground. The next song starts off with the band laughing and saying they hope we enjoyed their little joke. The first two songs are already over. Those were the first two tracks. Feedback. We hope you liked the feedback. Then we have Love You to Death, which goes very, very, very hard. Possibly their best album art as well. I don't know, what do you guys think? I really like this one. Love You to Death is deep and heavy. It has that signature, just typo negative sound. I'm gonna say 8,000 out of 10. Next up is Be My Druidess. We've got some like robotic guitar or bass at the intro, and the drums sound sick, but it wasn't my favorite song. The ending does go hard though. Green Man is a bit slow, a little bit boring for my taste. And then we have Redwater, Christmas Morning. Mourning like your dog died, not like morning, wake up. Just like so good, so amazing. I have no words to describe like how much I love this song and like the way that it made me feel. It's absolutely dreadful in the best way. I already had my girlfriend's girlfriend saved. What I will say is that it's fun, but still dark, and I'm sure somebody out there likes Die With Me, but I didn't. It is very sexy though. Do with that what you will. Burnt Flowers Fallen was pretty good. Once again, another cool ending on this one, which has got to count for something. In Praise of Bacchus, I thought the hard spelling was over when Ghost ended, but it's not. That song was good. In Praise of Bacchus. Bacchus? Bacchus? That song was good. Next up is Cinnamon Girl. This song makes me feel like I should call my boyfriend. It goes hard as fuck. Everything about Cinnamon Girl is perfect. Everything about it. The drums sound a little funny at the beginning, but when the full band comes in, it kind of like balances that out. I liked Wolf Moon, and Haunted was a 10-minute song that made me feel a lot of things. Please don't unsubscribe. Black Sabbath, from the satanic perspective, was all right. And then we have another version of Haunted that rocks. Another version of Cinnamon Girl called Cinnamon Girl Extended Depression Mix, and it's actually more upbeat and like poppy. I actually liked it a lot. Typo negative is hilarious. October Rust genuinely made me like actually happy. It actually did. It made me laugh. Like, they're so dark, but so aware of themselves. It's just like such an interesting and unique concept to, at this point, be so big, but still just do whatever they want and not necessarily what society is looking for or wants them to do. I feel like they hate their fans I just spat when I said that. And maybe they hate even like having fans, but I love that so much. This album had some songs I didn't like, but I also feel like this album is so typo negative, like sound wise, and I actually loved it. Their fifth album, World Coming Down, 1999. I believe this was the first album that I hadn't heard any songs from. I didn't recognize any of the song titles at all, so I went into it completely blind. We have another very quick intro song, which is literally called Skip It. But I broke the rules and listened to it anyway because I literally had to. It's just feedback on a loop. Let's go. The next song is called White Slavery, and it starts off with an epic organ. We know I love the organ. It just makes sense with typo negative as well to have an organ. When the other instruments came in, my jaw literally dropped to the floor. So disgusting, so unbelievably good and delicious. His voice, dude, everything. I don't have words. It stays pretty slow the whole song, but I liked it a lot. I usually don't like slow. I loved it. Sinus is a 50-second song. I think the moaning lady might be back. There's heavy breathing and potentially drugs involved. I'm assuming that's why it's called Sinus. Very inspirational, this song. Just to hear someone sniffling and doing drugs, I was like, damn. Everyone I Love Is Dead goes hard. This one is interesting, like the way it was written, like low verses but powerful and big choruses. I liked his vocals a lot on Who Will Save the Sane. But aside from that, it was an okay song. Liver was a song where all he does is go pee. I peed after listening to it. We have the title track, World Coming Down, an 11-minute song. Very, very slow, but very meaningful. Made me feel like I was gonna pass out. I don't know why. I love the things that they choose to write about. If you sit and do this for yourself, you'll notice a theme kind of throughout every album. It's really just like, fuck society. And I like that a lot. Creepy Green Light, I saved it the second I heard the bass. Holy poop hole. One of my favorite like newer songs from Typo Negative. So good. Like at this point, they're just untouchable. Everything Dies was good. 7.5 minutes of them doing what they do. Lung is the audio of him smoking a cigarette. And also, I think dying in the hospital. Retta Blaze was really good and really cool. All Hallows Eve was really good. Not the best of the best, but I still liked it. And the album ends with Day Tripper medley. And one thing to know about me, I hate the word medley and I hate medleys in general. So I wasn't stoked on this one at all. However, they did it again. Somehow they did it again. There were a lot of songs on this album that I love. So far, none of their albums have stood out to me as being a worst or bad. It's so refreshing. I love their sound. I love everything about their music so very much. I love that they broke away from the music to give us Sinus and Liver and Lung. I don't think it takes away from the album at all. I think it adds character and just kind of helps build a story. This album rocked. Honestly, another work of art. Life Is Killing Me, dropping in 2003. This album has a couple of songs that I already knew and already like pre-loved. We have a 1-minute song called 13. And it's good. Next up is I Don't Wanna Be Me. If you know, you know. I have listened to this song a lot when working out because no, I don't want to be me. I want to be jacked. Very inspiring to work out to this song. Less Than Zero is next. It wasn't my favorite, but honestly, how do you possibly follow up I Don't Wanna Be Me? I don't think you can. Todd's Ship Gods, Above All Things, I actually liked it after the intro gets out of the way. It's cool. It feels different from like their deeper stuff. It was actually really lovely. I don't know why that felt so weird to say. It was a good song. I Like Goyles was so simple and so good. It's giving like Andrew WK, and he literally is just singing about liking girls. Dudes rock. I won't repeat the lyrics, but just know bars. A dish best served coldly is hard as frick. How could she is also very, 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 very good. It's kind of all over the place. It's super hard. It made me want to run cross country like Forrest Gump did. The title track, Life is Killing Me, is like literally Typo Negative's DNA, if that makes any sense at all. Full on, straight up Typo Negative song. Nettie was good. I love the way he rolls his R's. Literally every remaining song on this album was fire. Tracks 10 to 15 are fire. Tracks 1 to 15 are insane. Entire album is insane. Somebody help. I adore Life is Killing Me more than I can put into words. It's nothing but vibes. It breaks my heart that Peter is unalive. Like if he was alive and saw someone reviewing his music, I'm sure he would hate that, and I absolutely love that. Finally, we have Dead Again, 2007. This is Typo Negative's final album, dropping in 2007. Hard to believe that was so long ago. Starts off with the title track this time, Dead Again, which surprisingly is not an instrumental, and surprisingly it's longer than 30 seconds. It was pretty good, a little bit cringe, but still good. Tripping a Blind Man is an insane title for a song. This song was a little all over the place. It's fast and it's busy, and then it gets slow and heavy and like chuggy. Wasn't my favorite, but not a bad song. I liked it the more I listened to it. I like the Prophet of Doom a lot. I love how slow and dark it gets from like the middle to the end. I really don't know why stuff like that always appeals to specifically me. September Sun just proved to me that September is not too early to start some spooky shit. That being said, the song was weird as hell, and I didn't really like it. Halloween in Heaven is also 10 out of 10 title. Like, what are we doing here? I love this song so much. Perfect song, amazing. The title, everything about it. These three things was good. A little all over the place, but I liked it a lot actually. Why did I say it like that? I liked it a lot. She Burned Me Down, saved it immediately. The ending is really, 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 really weird and cringe, but also like somehow majestic. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up She Burned Me Down and go to the end and just comment your thoughts on all that. Some Stupid Tomorrow was 9 out of 10. Really good, but just wasn't a huge fan of the intro. An Ode to Locksmiths. Shouts out to my boyfriend again. He gives us a little Metallica ooh at the beginning of this one. It's funny, compared to their first album, the only real difference is that they started off like a little more hardcore, I'd say, but they feel the same, just a bit more established. The last actual song on the album ends with Hail and Farewell to Britain. I loved this song almost more than anything. Almost more than I love a good Philly cheesesteak. I'll be brave. Such a perfect, spooky, cold weather, depressed, deep song, and it just makes me crave a cigarette. Their last album, not a ton of negative things to say, kind of looking back on it in general. The album art's sick, the music is amazing, still the same like creative and dark Typo Negative throughout until the very end. I really love their music just so much, and so much more after listening to all of their albums. They've done some questionable things, they have some questionable songs and albums, but at the end of the day, it just, again, feels like such an art piece to me. I'm sorry if that's like cringe to say about Typo Negative, but it makes sense in my head. It was really hard to come up with a worst album as well. But let's get into it. Since we're talking about it, we're gonna move on to the KGT Awards, where I will rank Typo Negative's best album, their worst album, if I can think of one, their best song, and then rank their albums on a tier list, starting from S tier and all the way down to F. First, we're gonna start off with Typo Negative's worst album. This took a lot to decide and figure out what their worst album was gonna be, but after just kind of looking back at my notes and listening again, I decided their worst album, and again I say this lightly, is Slow, Deep and Hard, their first album. I feel it's unfair to like mark a band's first album as their worst just because it feels unfair, but the sound just wasn't quite established yet, which is understandable. I didn't like this album as much as I liked the other ones, so that's where I stand with their worst album. On to their best song. This one was also difficult too because there are songs that are my favorites, but I don't know if that would classify as their best song. With that being said, I do believe their best song is I Don't Wanna Be Me. Just the listenability, I feel like this song can reach more types of people. It's overall good. It was between this song and Black Number One, but I feel like not everyone's gonna like Black Number One. And I feel like a lot of people would like I Don't Wanna Be Me. So that's their best song. Finally, moving on to their best album. This one was a little bit hard, but also like, in my opinion, their best album is Life Is Killing Me. Good God. I felt so many things listening to this album. I'm literally obsessed with it. Another one of those albums where I saved every single song. Every song is saved. That's what I think their best album is. I feel like a lot of people will say October Rust maybe, or their second album, but at least for me, I think their best album is Life Is Killing Me. I will now rank their albums on a tier list starting from S tier down to F. Let's get to it. In S tier, we have, in this order, Life Is Killing Me, October Rust, and The Origin of the Feces. I could have put 5 out of 7 of these albums in S, but I was like, maybe I should limit it a little bit. I was getting a little excited. In A tier, we have World Coming Down and Bloody Kisses. In B, we have Dead Again. And then in C, we have Slow, Deep, and Hard. Yeah, okay. So I'm curious, to those who have listened to this band, who love this band, what are your thoughts? What would you say is their best album or even their worst album? Do you think I Don't Wanna Be Me is their best song like I do? But seriously, I wanna know where their albums rank to you guys. All that to say, I love Typo Negative. I love their music. I officially feel like I'm in Halloween season. So let me know what you guys think below. This is Kenny Ghost Times. I'm Kenny Good Times. This has been the Typo Negative video. Every Sunday is a new video. Every Sunday is a new band. And we're gonna be doing Kenny Ghost Times for spooky season until the last week of October will be the last spooky themed band. If you have any recommendations, let me know. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Boo!